Good morning. In this video, I want to talk about kind of the mental wrestling of when to take profits, when to hold, like what am I experiencing, what am I thinking? So the, my friend told me that he made a lot in NFTs, right? So I got interested in it, especially since I'm a trader. And making profits through trading has been a little bit difficult. It's just started to kind of work out, but it's been a difficult road where NFTs have these big profits really fast, like overnight. And, like I think some people don't take profits or maybe they miss the train. So this is just kind of how I'm working it. So the first thing, one of the first projects that I bought into was Pudgy Penguins because of his recommendation. And we're going to take a look at Pudgy Penguins. I bought Pudgy Penguins when it was $20 at 0.01. And now, and do you know when I sold it? I sold it at zero point 0.1. I had made 10 times my money pretty much within a day or two. And right now, Pudgy Penguins is at 0.179, but it went as high as zero point 0.3. Zero point 0.3 times 4, that means that each piece was about $12,000, right? And that night I could have bought 6 if I wanted to, but I was unsure about them. So that was the first kind of kick in the face from NFTs that I learned. And that is why now I have a Blute, right? So let's go to the Blute section. So when Blutes came out, my friend again told me, and I'll have his Twitter link in the description. He told me, listen, Beanie is a big influencer in this space. These will probably go really high because he might have utility attached to it. He knows what he's doing. He's been in other successful projects. Hold on, I want some coffee. So the minute he said that, I was like, all right, let's go on this one. And I got into this one at zero point 0.2 and 0.239. I ended up flipping one of them for like $130 and repurchased at zero point 0.2 again. And these that same night dipped down to 0.05. So they lost, how much is that? Like 100. I don't know math, but if I'm at zero point 0.2 and I go down to 0.05, I feel like that's 15 times because 5 times. All right, never. I'm not even going to do this. Whatever. It was a big chunk, and I was like, oh shit, did I make a fucking mistake? And it immediately rebounded, right? So now the price is at 0.87. And I'm like, fuck, I should have sold this at 2 Ethereum. 2 Ethereum each. I was like, it was going to be like, I think, how much? Two. It was like $16,000 of profit if I would have sold both of my pieces at 2 Ethereum. But for some reason, I was like, well, I'm sure these will continue to go higher, right? Because my logic was, hold on, OpenSea.io. This is the website that I use. It's on OpenSea. It's called Rankings. It's the top percent gainers. It's a top percent gainer in volume. Is it in the 7 days? I usually search by Ethereum. It's definitely the top 5 collection by volume, and I think it's also in, is it not in 7 days? Monkey is in 7 days. Well, it's in the top 5 of volume. What else is in the top 5 of volume? 10 Ethereum, 40 Ethereum, 4. This one is under 1, under 1. I wanted to buy this when it came out, and I'm kicking myself for that. 6, 1, like all of the top 10 pretty much, except for Atom Bomb Squad and this one. Okay, so let's say the top 8. The top 8 are at least 1 Ethereum, right? So that's kind of my goal is I want this to return to at least 2 or 3 or 4 Ethereum because it's a project by somebody that's reputable in the community that has attached utility to the project, or at least the community has because of the BGLD, and then they adopted the BGLD and saying that they're gonna use it for their entire lifetime, whatever, whatever. So I want at least 2 or 3 Ethereum profit before I exit this project. And they just did the Blute fund. So I applied to that. So that might be another stream of income from this project. Like I invested $1,900 into Blutes, right? And after one day, the BGLD dropped, which gave me 3,400. So I made back all my money technically, right? And then the whole Blue Dog, they really went nowhere, but they're just sitting in my account. The Blue Dogs, the SV Blues. I didn't do the gems because I was like, I don't want to waste 200 gas. I don't know what this is for. But the BGLD was a really nice drop connected to it. And I didn't understand what this was at first, but loot, if we go back, I heard that a lot of venture capitalists are in loot probably because they're getting something for being holders of this. I think that's what's going on. Because like why would anybody pay so much money? Like the people are getting some. That's why it's called loot. That's my impression. That's what I think. So that's what I'm hoping for to continue to happen with Bloot, is that it becomes this little like you're always getting a little something, which makes it worth holding. And even if I were to sell right now, right? Hold on. The price is 2,700. So times 2, hold on. 2,700. 1 second. 2,700 times 2. That's 5,400. Considering I only paid 1,900, that's pretty much already been returned to me, and the 5,400 on top of that, this has been a really beautiful profit if I were to take now. So I can sit in this one. Like I'm sitting and I'm waiting because I don't want to fuck up like I did on Pudgy Penguins again, because it's like these opportunities, they come, but I feel like they don't come so often, and I felt like something with this one, so I'm sitting in this one. The reason why I'm in Fatales is because World of Women came out, and I didn't have enough money to buy it, and I think it's done by the same creator or one of them, Art Chick, I think, or Art Digital Chick, I'm not sure. She was in both projects, I'm pretty sure on that one. And so I missed that one because I didn't have enough liquidity, and I missed it. And now World of Women, I could have bought World of Women for $800. World of Women is now, let's look at the base price. I do like the artwork too, but I'm looking at this as a trader. $7,400 within a couple weeks. Like, these returns are insane. They're insane. Especially since it's like the first women project to come out. As women, there's always none of us everywhere. It's fucking annoying. Like, why do we just have a female governor for the first time ever in New York City right fucking now? Why? Because the other guy was sexually harassing somebody, and that's why, like, don't even get me started. Anyway, so that's why I bought a Fatales as a sympathy play to World of Women. Because if somebody's looking for a women project, maybe they'll turn to this one, and maybe this one will blow up, and maybe that'll fill up my pockets. I was looking at this one also from like 0.2, now it's 0.6. What the hell was my point of all this fucking shit of this video? Is that, so yeah, when I say to myself, like when I look at Pudgy Penguins, and I'm like, damn, I could have had $12,000 there, but I sold too soon. And now I'm looking at Bloots and I'm like, damn, I could have had 24,000 or whatever, 16,000 there, but I sold, I'm still holding. So there's this emotional wrestling of like when I should take profits, when I shouldn't take profits, right? Because you, like, if you sell too soon, you miss the profit train. If you sell too late, you also miss the profit train. So it's kind of like a mind fuck, right? And now I'm in Monkey Bet Dow, and I noticed this one a few days ago on that ranking thing. Hold on. Load high. So I bought in yesterday at 0.3. What is this? This is not the right one. See, that's another thing. There's so many different options. You got to pick the right one that's for your project before you fuck around. That's like a beginner mistake right there. So this is the floor. So I bought in yesterday at 0.35, and 0.35 equates to about $1,400 with gas. If I were to sell right this second, I'm already at 22.11, you know? To sell, the gas is very little, like $16, so it doesn't even matter. And then I have a military guy. Mine is a military one. So if I look at the properties like I explained in my last video, where the hell is military? Here, 3%. And I'm scrolling at the lowest price for military guys. It could be as high as 6.49, 6.5, 6.6. It goes, even jumps to 7.7 That's 2,900. The basic floor of this 2,400. So I'm holding this one for more profits because it jumped so much in one day. So that makes me happy. Going back to OpenSea.io/rankings. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So I usually scroll by Ethereum. I check what's going on for top 7-day percent gainers, top 24. So Monkey is in both of them. So that's cool to me. I always like look around and I always check and I'm like seeing what's going on. And then I love the ones that are by volume because volume is king. So that's why I bought into Extension Loot. And Extension Loot really made me nervous because this is another thing off of the loot department. And loot, as I showed before, is up to like 10 Ethereum, right? So I was thinking, oh, this is a sympathy play of loot within the same thing. It's not even a different section. It's the same brand, basically. Like, what can I give as an example? Like, there's bottled Coca-Cola and then there's canned Coca-Cola. So I'm thinking, oh, this is the canned Coca-Cola of the bottled Coca-Cola of Loot. And so I bought in at 0.159. So this dropped all the way to 0.09. But whenever an NFT project fails on me, I do not sell. Like, I just hold. When I invest into a project, I think of the money as already gone. Versus like being a trader, I if something goes wrong, I've been taught to cut losses quickly and preserve my account. But what I noticed in NFTs is that they recover. And so I don't take losses on this, especially because other ones pretty much bring those losses back in such a short amount of time. So I do have some uh, losses, but they're not losses in reality. They're unrealized. That's what it's called, unrealized losses. So this one, I just have to get back to 0.159 and then, hopefully this will be a profit, but if it's not, it's pretty much close to where I was. So, and that happened within a couple of days. But I'm also sitting on crypto kitties and shit like that. Let's look at my profile. This one, these crypto corgis, zunks, and crypto duckies. So, and these whales were so like not a good purchase of what I was thinking. So let's look at crypto corgis. Crypto corgis. These were a top percent gainer. I was watching them move and I got in at 0.5 and it's now 0.02. So I don't fuck around with projects that are like $75 anymore. Like now that I'm a little bit experienced, like I'm looking for something different. Crypto, what is it? Crypto duckies. So I bought these as, oops, duckies. I bought these when I was an inexperienced NFT trader. So I bought these at 0.9. So 50% of the money is gone, right? But it wasn't that much of an investment. It was probably $300. And then the other one is Zunks. I bought Zunks because I thought it looked like punks. And I saw all these sympathy plays. I bought this from I think I'm in from 0.28. Sorry. So it's just kind of lower, right? See, all these $75 projects, I just don't like them anymore. But I do still look at OpenSea.io slash ranking. And I will like look through them and think about them. And I was attracted to this monkey one because the whole apes across the board do well in NFTs for some fucking weird reason. It's probably because Bored Ape Yacht Club went viral and crazy. So what was I going to say? So I was looking at them. I think I saw them at like something low, like 0.05 or something. And I was like, I don't know. But then when Beanie started tweeting about them, when they started saying that they're connected to a casino, I was like, okay, now there's a catalyst. There's like a person who's big in the community that supports it. There's the utility of, oh, this could potentially be giving profits to the members. This will probably fly. So I'm happy that it's doubled overnight. So what is my general consensus of how I do stuff? Um, Number one, if I buy into a project and it dips down, I consider the money gone. Like I don't sell for a loss because I've seen things rebound. Number two, which is different than trading because trading has the mentality of cutting losses quickly. So I'm just like, it's gone. Number two, I've gotten very early into stuff and I've not seen the full potential of those profits. Oop, my stomach, I'm hungry. and and now I'm in a project where maybe I missed the train, maybe I didn't, I don't know. So now I'm just kind of like holding because I do have my initial investment back. But it is a tough kind of mental struggle of like once you get some money, like, oh, $12,000, that like I've never even made that in trading, right? But now it's like, oh, $12,000, let's see if I could get more, if I could get more, if I could get more. So that could be a very dangerous mental state to be in, right? Always wanting more. But also with this space, it's like, what is the roof? So I need to have realistic profit ideas. But and the third one is, I think volume matters because if nobody's looking at a project, then it's going to die off. Volume is king in trading, and I think volume is king here because people need to be either buying and holding or buying and switching around. I think the problem, and this is a side note, the problem that happened with Blutz, right? Oops, where is it? Okay, I'll just make another one. OpenSea.io slash Blutz. What the fuck? Blutz. No, this is not it. It's Blutz, not for the week. Maybe it's Blut, not for the weeks. So the thing that I think where I really saw the price lowering was that the BGLD coin, 10,000 of it came with each piece. So this was up maybe between 1.5 Ethereum and 2 Ethereum at that time. I'm so hungry. I hear my stomach. And let me drink some more coffee. And then I think all the whales started buying up different pieces, looking for BGLD coin, which was worth 20,000. So, you could potentially say each one of these was worth 20,000 yesterday or even today if it had BGLD associated with it. And I think and then they would use the BGLD and they would dump it right back onto the market for a price they didn't care about because they probably made all those profits from the BGLD coin. I think that was probably the problem of why this crashed. Because why would somebody want to sell? Like, I'm holding it. I'm waiting for my application in the Blut fund to give me some money. I'm waiting for them to do another serious airdrop. Like, why would a new project that's backed by somebody that's big in the community, that I think he's also in, hold on, OpenSea.io slash rankings. He's also in this one, I think, or he was a member of it or something. So why would a project with such success suddenly flop, right? I really think it's because of that BGLD. Like, I think that's what brought the hype up also, and it's also what brought it to go back down because people were scavenging from it. If I had to make a bet, that would be my bet. But I obviously don't know. But it's been sad watching this go from 2 Ethereum to 0.7, but I mean, look at me. Look at me now. I'm like a rich girl, right? Oh, it's sad. It's only 5,000 instead of 16,000, right? I made so little overnight. Like, that's what people make in a year. So, I think it's important to have realistic expectations. Like, I'm doing this for profits. I'm not doing this for art. I'm a trader that now trades pictures, basically. But so yeah, this is all for profits. Like, that is the name of the game here. What can I flip? How can I change my life? I like Gary Vee sees the utility in all of this of like in the future there's going to be something related with NFTs. I don't know what it is. I believe in him. But for me right now, it's just a profit game. And I think I'm doing really well. I'm doing much better than I ever did in trading. So as sad as I am that I let, you know, 12,000 or, well, if I could sell now, it would be six, right? So whatever, 6,000 slipped through my hands. Or maybe it was 10,000. 10,000 slipped through my hands. It's, you know, as sad as I am. The same, on the other hand, all this shit was pretty much done within the course of 2 or 3 days. So I think it's important to have like a realistic view of what the fuck is happening here. Like, I think my 2 week profit range is like, it's thousands. So, anyway, I hope you have a good day. Remember to like the video. You could share it on your Twitter. Leave a comment. I think that helps. And like it. Thank you so much. Bye.